What up, man? Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy FDL, man. We sitting here right now, man, at Reach Radio, getting ready to talk about some really, really dope things, man. I got two of the most amazing females in fitness, you know what I'm saying? Coming from both angles, man. We're going to chop it up, talk about some real crazy stuff, man. Let you know how these women is really, really taking a big impact in Atlanta in the fitness world. So right now, man, I'm just going to let them introduce themselves. Britt, what it is?
Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Brittany Washington. You can find me at truegritfit.Britt with 2 T's on IG. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
That's what's up, man. Y'all know, man, I got big Lex in the building. Let me tell y'all right now, I'm talking about basketball extraordinaire, businesswoman, tough with the workout, savvy, her own talk show, man. She doing a lot of big things in the A. I ain't gonna even say the A, man, because right now, man, like y'all already know, national attention from everything she do. Lex, what it is?
What's up, Fred? I'm Alexia Adams 24 on IG. If y'all want me to change it to Big Lex, give me the blue check. Just here to support my boy Fred. That's about it.
That's what's up. I'm going to get straight to it, you know what I'm saying? Right now, man, Atlanta's been really, killing it in the fitness world. So, we all know that, man. We got a whole lot of different things going on, man. Tours, you got Wait No More, man. They bringing everybody together, man. You got Britt, man, with some of the dopest classes. There's a lot of good things in this city. I'm going to ask you real quick, Big Lex, coming from your standpoint, on the business side of it, being a retired basketball player, help running, this real dope organization, and then also, man, just kind of keeping yourself in shape and everything. Tell me what a day with Big Lex look like for you every day.
Ooh, right now or how I did?
Right now.
Typically I would get up about 5:30 in the morning, go train from 6 to 6:45, 6:45, 7. Then after that, I would go shower. I would go to my job, work from 8. Yeah. I would work from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. After that, depending on what's going on with Wait No More, if Kareem or one of our trainers, Gabby, has a class, I'm shooting from work from 5. They probably start at 6:37, go straight to wherever they are, probably 9 times out of 10 at the epicenter. Then that lasts about an hour and a half. And after that, might be hungry, we go grab some food, and then I go home, and it starts all over again.
Man, that's a full day. That's a full day. So what's it, about 3 or 4 times a week? I mean, how many times a week you doing that?
At the time, probably about 4 or sometimes 5 times a week. But in between that work time from 8 to 5, that's when I'm working on my business with my detox juice. That's when I'm trying to come up with creative ideas for my podcast. And then we would have the podcast. We would shoot 2 episodes a day, depending on the days, typically on a Thursday. And that take about, you talking about from 6 to sometimes midnight.
Wow.
So if I'm going to the gym from 6 basically to 7, take a shower, go to work, in between, then let's say it's a podcast day, get off at 5, hustle to where we're going to shoot the podcast at. Then that's from basically 6:37 all the way to 10, 11. All you need is a Red Bull.
Doing it. Right. So, you said the detox juice.
Yeah.
I can get a 6-pack?
We can pay for it.
Oh, okay. So tell me about the detox juice.
So basically, when the pandemic hit last year, towards the end of the pandemic, we just sitting at the house, and I was just basically I'm always trying to figure out how to make money. So my friend brought this opportunity to me, just keeping it real. She made $1 million doing it.
Oh,
and at the same time, we're both retired players, and we're trying to lose weight. We're not, at the time, we weren't, working out every day.
I wasn't
even consistently with Wait No More as far as working out all the time. So I would come up with this way to make juice and turn it from a detox tea to juice. And then once I figured that out, really, once I hit television, it kind of blew up for a good bit. But it really works. One of my best clients, I think she said she lost 70 pounds in 2 months.
Wow.
With the detox juice. She's consistently ordering it. So
she wasn't doing nothing, just drinking juice and being in the steam room, wasn't it?
Because it comes with a meal plan. So you get your meal plan. The detox, you take it 3 times a day, 5 days out the week. and then you just keep doing it until you feel like you're where you need to be.
Man, that's crazy. Okay.
But it also suppresses your eating, so you're not eating as much. Yeah.
I may have to try that next year. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do it this year, but I see what's going on. So, Britt, I mean, you got a lot of stuff going. I said, I'm so happy to have you on this tour with us and stuff like that. You just turned Cleveland totally out. I know you kind of take fitness from a different standpoint. You know, everybody who knows you, that your walk with God, your faith, and things like that. We had to actually fly. Britt told me on the trip, like, Britt, she was like, yo, only way I'm going if you fly me back Saturday so I can go to church. We had to fly Britt back Saturday night. No, real talk. Yeah. So we had to make sure she get back to go to church, and working at Kennesaw. I mean, you wear a lot of hats as well. So just give me a day in life with with Britt and what Britt does. For his working out, classes, tending to your work, and then just kind of keeping the whole structure together.
Ooh, well. First off, thank you for even, the opportunity to go on tour with you, to make an impact the way that we're making an impact. Absolutely. It's really mind-blowing, and it's really interesting for me because I came from corporate America, right? I'm still actually in corporate America. That's a long story. But basically for me, I am very heavily involved in ministry, in church. I go to the best church. If you know about me, I'm going to talk about my church. It's Encounter Atlanta, and under the leadership of Dr. Gabriel Allen Powell. And I am committed. I love God, and my relationship. I knew, I went to church growing up, and, but I wasn't really engulfed in it, right? And so when I got to Encounter about 4 years ago now, that's when it really just shifted for me. And my relationship with God, my commitment to the things of God. I am involved in leadership at the church. I serve on numerous teams, from greeters to the part of the praise team, our tribe team, a whole lot of new visit, like a whole lot of just different teams.
At church, huh?
Who
taking the offering?
But what it's teaching me so much of just about who I am as a person, right. And the growth that I have, not just from that, but it's allowed me to even elevate where I am today. So my full-time job currently is I work at Kennesaw State as a fitness coordinator. So I pretty much over the student staff oversee all things group fitness. So that is a group fitness schedule, that is supervising the student staff, that's creating different special programs, coordinating those things. So it can be a really demanding job. School is actually starting back up in a couple of weeks, so it's up right now. And so in a day in the life for me, and of course I train at FDL. I teach classes.
Yeah, I know y'all can find it right there now.
And right at FDL, that is my home, and that's a whole nother story right there. Just getting introduced to you, it's all been a God move, and I know that is because of the commitment that I have to the things of God. And so, for me, I'm grateful that I met you. I'm grateful for what it is I do. I wake up in the morning, depending on what my clients look like. I'll go to FDL in the morning. I go right to work. I train. I try to focus on my own business endeavors. Somewhere in there afterwards, I go to church, or I'll train, and then I go to church for whatever, whether it's a meeting, whether it's, rehearsal, whether it's, Bible study or service, whatever the case is, right. You'll catch me doing those things throughout the week. So my week, and all in the span of that, different meetings when it comes to ministry, different classes also that I'll have and that I'll be picking up and things like that. So it's a little crazy, nonetheless.
But you handling it.
But yeah.
So I gotta ask you ladies a really, this is one of the biggest questions. I kind of ask everybody who's been on the show the same thing, because we know this is a fitness show. We know that we actually attack all kind of situations. One of the biggest questions I always ask, I look at the schedule you have, Big Lex, Britt, the schedule you have, and from what you're saying, it's like y'all be going at it. So just in your own words or whatever, tell me real talk, how do you maintain a healthy eating habit with ripping and running like this? Because I'm sure, we meal prep and things like that, but there are times that meal prep is not accessible to us, or we just don't have time. So how do you actually keep the flow of healthy eating going on such a busy schedule? Because so many people are pulling from you, there's a big demand that people need Lex, people need Britt. So how do you kind of pull yourself away to make sure those eating habits stay intact?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't cook too much, really much or nothing. I cook when I have to. If I have somebody at the house, I'm gonna cook. But I try to just eat better. So if I'm eating out, I try to cut back from the from the sodas, from the just the desserts. I try to typically, when I'm at work, eat salads. If I'm out, typically I go to my spot, the patio or Chicago Pizza. I'll eat the salmon.
That's healthy?
Salmon ain't bad for you.
Okay. Chicago Pizza.
No. I ain't say I eat the pizza. I ain't say I eat the pizza. But I try to eat better. So I just, if anything, I try to get my fruits and vegetables in the morning. I try. If not, there was at one point, more so maybe a couple weeks ago, I was more so intermediate fasting. So try to work on what times I was eating.
How did that work for you?
I think I lost maybe 7 pounds, but I didn't do it that long.
How many days?
I probably did about solidly 8 days. But that's only because we had a lot going on. I was moving around.
Still moving around and stuff.
You had the Essence at the time. I just eating bad. But I just started, to be honest, back intermediate fasting maybe today.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What about you, Britt? I mean, trying to eat healthy and stuff like that. Let me tell y'all something, man. On the tour, man, I promise y'all not going to believe this. I didn't even see Britt eat bad one time. Like, that was one of the coolest things. Like, we had a little, I guess what you call it, a midday, evening brunch, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, she was trying to eat all cool. And so I made her some taco sauce on one of the tacos. But, yeah, so just, how does that work for you, David?
Yeah, so it's really more about, as Lex was saying, the consciousness of it. You have to, know what it is that you're trying to do, and sometimes you have to plan around it. So if you know what your day is looking like, or you know that it's going to be a crazy week for you, okay, let's go to the grocery store real quick. Let's grab some easy, quick, on the go things that are healthy,
Give me some
healthier.
On-the-go things for the people that are listening right now. What's some on-the-go things?
So trail mix are always an awesome way.
I get that now.
Minus a whole lot of the chocolate and all the extra, the ones with all that extra stuff in it.
I want it with the chocolate.
Right? Yeah. No. I mean it's okay every now and again, but everything's in moderation, right?
Right.
You can also, for me, sometimes I'll even get some of those on-the-go tuna packs, so for protein.
Right.
And make sure I, get some easy to, like, what's it called? What are they called? Carrots and celery with peanut butter, different things that can make you feel a little bit more satisfied than just what it is, like just fruit. Because as we know, we eat fruit, but then it doesn't feel like we eat anything 30 minutes later.
Absolutely.
So making sure you kind of pair that with, something that's more nutritional dense, with full of fiber and things like that can make you feel fuller for a longer period of time. And for me also, protein shakes, man, what? Having protein shakes available to you, and that you can either go purchase from the store, or that you can, quickly shake up yourself.
And make it yourself.
Yourself. So, yeah.
That's what's up. So, listen, hit on some real other topics real quick. So, Lex, I'm going to ask you this. It's kind of, we've come across a lot of women in fitness and things like that. Really, really dope women. I'm actually, man, real grateful to be, sitting between two of what I think two of the most amazing women in Atlanta with what you guys got going on. Atlanta is, y'all know, it could be crazy, from just a regular situation to the dating situation. So I'm going to ask you, even though I don't know if you're dating or not, but one of the biggest things, though, how can one, with everything that you have going on, also still, if in a relationship, maintain a healthy relationship, and then also align that relationship up for, your fitness and your health and being as one with that, And by the way, y'all, if y'all ain't seen it, man, she got one of the dopest shows out, so y'all better check it out, because it'll be some real points, you know what I'm saying? Had me scared to come back, but she's got an amazing show, man. Please check her out. But yeah, so I just want to touch on that, from that standpoint.
So I'm going to answer a couple of questions the way I want to answer them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the mic?
So with the show is called The Reality Table. So we talk about different topics, different subjects that we actually, when it comes to dating in Atlanta or dating period. So it could be something that you went through when you were in a relationship, something that, things that we've experienced currently. I know, like, the last couple of episodes we had, most of the time is talking about, like, why do men do this and why do women do this? Boom, boom, boom. But I think for me, since since the show thing, it's been harder for me to date in Atlanta. I think sometimes guys approach me because I was on television. I think that sometimes guys approach me because of the people that I'm surrounded with. And then there are the few that surround and try to talk to me because they might like me. But for me, it's kind of hard to figure out which is which at the time because, to be for real, everybody got an angle. Yeah. You don't know what people's angle is, and you try to get to know them. You try to reach out. But I remember one guy I gave a chance to right after the show. Come to find out, he was just trying to date me because I was on the show. Because, his actions spoke it.
Some popularity stuff.
Yeah, like he was like trying to just be around the show people or whatever. And he was just started moving around within that show. But I just thought it was weird. I think right now for me, I have someone. Right now I do. But it's, we're working on some things. So.
Is he in fitness? Do he take care of it? I'm going to say in the fitness. Let me ask him, do he care about, his well-being for us being healthy and everything as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so that's
We're not going to say too much about him, but he...
No, we don't want to do that, but we just
he's
want to
absolutely he used to play sports.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So he understands.
He understands sports,
it, right, the discipline and everything.
Yeah.
So coming to you, it's kind of almost at a different angle because I know, like I said, my father's a bishop. I know how we come from the church situation. So being a very beautiful young lady, also, very great career, training. I can just see the attention. Then, even I saw last weekend, you on stage in Cleveland with us. I can see, and then also finding someone that's spiritually grounded, such as yourself. So tell me how that is when it comes to dating within this fitness world, within Atlanta or within itself,
Yeah, so honestly for me, I'm not dating and I'm not really looking. I'm more so really focused on my growth internally, healing and all of those things. And not just healing, but developing as a person overall, mastering my craft because I'm not where I want to be, in fitness. And I know I'm building, I'm growing, it takes time.
When the last time you dated?
Well, you questioning her, so just say you focused right now.
I'm focused right now. Okay. It's been some years.
When the last time you been on a date?
It's been some years.
So let me tell y'all this. So I've been knowing Britt. I've been knowing Britt for a while. So don't think that this is some talk on here. Like we actually have a lot of long, deep conversations and stuff like this. When absolutely. I tell you that this is one of the people that I know for a fact that's super, super spiritually grounded. I can guarantee we don't probably had 30 conversations and 9 has been about a date, boyfriend, anything.
Right.
It's always the God, it's always fitness, or we joking and everything. But you really got to just kind of hear how she moves because there's some people out there that need to know how to stay on track. She really, really stays focused. That's one of the biggest things that drew, me really close to her, like as a sister, like she focus. My thing is to you, and I'm going to come back to it again. Being in fitness and people looking like at Lex, like Lex said, people just wanted to jump on to be some male groupies, and I'm sure you get the wave of attention from people that are trying to date you. How do you handle that situation in a career that's really sexual? You know what I'm saying? Fitness is tights and guys with no shirts and everybody want to show their bodies. No, just it's an understanding of what it is. How do you, with your walk with God and your faith, handle that situation? Because we all flesh, temptation do happen.
Absolutely.
So, I just want to know what does that look like for Britt, handling that?
So for me, the reason I can be so strong is because of my foundation and knowing that I'm here for a reason and knowing that, it's just not the right time for me. And I know that and I understand that. And so how I deal with that is basically staying grounded and having accountability, having other friends around me that understand where I'm trying to go and they see, they believe where I'm trying to go. Like you. Absolutely, you have to. No friends like you. No, you have to. Well, you have to, and because it is that level of accountability, and it's you have to be able to be vulnerable with them, so you're not vulnerable with somebody else.
That's dope.
That's tough.
That's real good. Okay. All right.
That's
Okay,
tough.
Britt, asking a question like you know something. Okay, I see that. So, Lex, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Cool question. It ain't even on that.
I don't know if I can match Britt's answer.
Right. Now, we're going to switch it. You know, I'm all over the place with this thing. So, in the last 15 years, year 1 through 15, when would your best time in shape? Like, your body would just, you just big Lex of the century. When was the best?
So this,
How long?
we can't count college, can we?
We can count college. Because I got a follow-up question back there.
2014.
Okay, cool. So, can that Lex 2014 become that Lex 2022, 2023?
2022, Lex got tendonitis in her Achilles. 2022, Lex is a little, I don't know.
What would you say to an athlete that's just like you, a lot of wear and tear in the body, play ball? I know a lot of times in women's basketball suffer with a lot of knee injuries and things like that, but yet they want to maintain, I won't even say be in fitness, they just want to maintain a healthy lifestyle, still have a nice body, but yet dealing with these injuries and things. What would be your advice to those women right now?
I think that it's different. So I am competitive now, so don't get it twisted.
Yeah, you
but,
talk a lot of stuff.
But the difference is, I think for me, the difference is when you're working. When you're working from 8 to 5, what I do is like a mental drain. You know what I mean? So I'm in sales, so I'm on that phone all day. But I think that because I've been there so long, I'm programmed a certain way. Like, we're a corporate job, but the way I dress, you wouldn't think we corporate.
Right. But what advice would you give to that woman, though?
I know I'm about to get there.
Give it to me.
I would just say you got to start somewhere. So starting somewhere could be just going for a walk in the neighborhood. Get your Apple Watch, walk a mile. That ain't much. You know what I'm saying? Walk a mile. You got to start somewhere. Try to, people think that drinking shakes is actually healthy for you, but really it's not. A lot of it contains a lot of sugar. Make sure you do at least 2 fruits and 2 vegetables in your shake if you're going to do that. I would also, because as we get older, our metabolism, gets, I know mine is probably not that great, but it starts with getting up, at least try to walk before you can run. Once you get that walk in, go to a gym. Maybe, some people are still not, where they want to be. But I know for me, because of my age now, even though I know what to do in a gym, I need somebody to push me. Absolutely. So that's where a Britt comes in at, or, or a trainer. But once you got that person that basically your accountability partner, it makes it a whole lot easier. So walk before you run. After you run or get to run, go to a gym, watch what you eat. If you're going to do shakes, make sure you're doing 2 vegetables and 2 fruits. Drink a lot of water, preferably try to drink 1.5 gallons of water a day. And I think that will help, because I did notice when I started to eat better, I started to have a little more vibrant energy too. Oh. I wasn't as tired. Even though I want to eat some of the things I eat, when I eat those things, I get sluggish, lazy. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do anything. So I think really it begins with, it's a mental set. You gotta start walking before you can really try to figure that out. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Britt. I hear a lot of time, man. I'm always meeting people. A lot of women be like, "Yo, I'm not in shape enough to come to a gym." Like, I hear that so many times. Like, people feel like they need to get in shape, then come to the gym, when the gym is a place to get in shape.
That's an excuse.
Right. So what would you say to those who, just saying, you know what, I don't look right coming into the gym right now. That whole excuse part. What would be your whole conversation to someone who's telling you that right now?
Yeah. My thing that I would say is that a part of what Lex said, you have to walk before you can run, and you have to know every time you step into that gym, everybody's working on something. Mm-hmm. Everybody's working to get better at something. There's always something that you can get better in. There's always something that you can master. There's always some way in the gym that you can progress, not just physically, but even a lot of people come to the gym for that community aspect. Mm-hmm. They might not have those people around them at home that have those same values that they want to have.
Right.
And so in order to get those values, you gotta get with the crowd that has those values. And then, once you kind of start to feed on that, once you start to, walk before you can run, you need to go in there knowing that if you mess up, if you don't look right, it's okay. Because it's okay.
It's
because
okay.
You have to start somewhere. I always will tell people that are, contemplating going to the gym or are nervous going to the gym, especially women, because at least when it comes to strength training and resistance training, there can be a whole lot of intimidation going on there. It's okay to ask people in the gym.
That's it.
It's okay.
Question, both of y'all, because both of y'all come from two different professions. You as a professional basketball player, you as a professional bodybuilder. I'm sure there's discipline. Well, we know there's discipline in both of them. The discipline that you had as a ball player, and when I'm gonna take it from every point, from your eating, from the physical discipline, from emotional, spiritual. Because I know you guys deal with a lot. Me being a ball player myself, I understand that. Me being into fitness, I understand that. At the height of your career, okay, give me maybe one or two things that was tough dealing with in those aspects to just kind of really, really maintain. Because I'm sure you was overseas, so away from your family, so you kind of deal with a lot. So at the height of your career, what were some of the hardest things to make sure you stay in shape, stay on top of your game and everything while dealing with those type of aspects at the same time?
I think it sounds crazy. It ain't got nothing to do with like being in shape or nothing like that. But the older I got, social media kind of made me feel a certain type of way because I'm overseas playing. All my friends getting married, all my friends having kids. I'm one of the last of my friends that, like my intermediate, my close friends that they all married. Every last one of them. Or they with someone, or they got kids, or they got divorced, or whatever. So I think what played a big part into my retirement was seeing everyone else was, having families. Even if I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I think for me, once 2017 hit, like I told myself, this is my last year. Like I'm getting older. That I retired when I was 30 playing ball. So I was like, yeah, man, I ain't getting no younger. And I'm like, dang, man, my time is a ticking to find, you know what I mean, to be with someone who could be whatever. But a lot of times I cut off relationships when I went overseas because I didn't trust the distance, So then later I would see that person or whoever would be with someone else. I'm like, dang, So I think for me, what played a role with was more mental than anything, not physical, not teams. I always had a team that wanted me at least, so it was more so social media, and I would see it. And I think this is a lot before we had Instagram as big as it is now. Yeah. It was more so the Facebooks and the MySpaces and the stuff like that.
So I'm like, played a long time ago.
I'm just saying,
so as a competitor, and let me tell you, I definitely understand that world. Like, that discipline is just something else.
Right.
And people think the physical part of as a competitor is something. It's more the mental.
Yes.
So how did that look for you when you was at tip-top shape, and what were some of the struggles you had? I mean, think about it. You do all of this for 6 months to step on stage for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So what were some of your struggles with that?
For me, my struggle came after. As I'm not sure if everybody knows, but competing is very expensive. And, at the time, I just financially, it's been rough, as going in from an entrepreneur and just trying to rebuild your life. As a trainer, your livelihood depends on other people. So financially, people can be inconsistent. So that means your money's inconsistent.
Right.
And so that's tough. And then trying to maneuver, tapping into another level of discipline, because I've been an athlete. I was an athlete. I ran track. I did cross country. I did cheerleading. I did a whole lot of different things. High school, college. Tore my ACL. So all of that went out the window. But that's when I kind of went into my dance a little bit more. Okay. And so that's what stemmed, the progression from dance fitness to group fitness to personal training to bodybuilding. Now I'm on tour. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's been a progression of learning along the way. And for me, because God gave me the ability to even compete, I'm like, oh man, I'm about to go. I'm about to go and I'm about to give it all that I have. And along the way, as we know, fitness and just overall is very, people feed off sight, people feed off look. It can be very, it can be an idol, a serious idol, based off of your physique. And competing is a whole nother level of that, because now you have other people judging you on stage on how you have to look. You're always in the mirror, you're posing, you're practicing, your coach is kind of redefining, retwisting, changing your diet because you're not looking what the standards are saying you should look like to be on that stage. And so all of that, for me, when it comes to the mentality of it, you know, I was in it, I was going for it, but then I realized afterwards, and this is in hindsight, because I was going so hard about the physical, I was losing track of my spiritual. Wow. And so because of that, I wasn't grounded, I wasn't in the Word, I wasn't praying, I woke up, I worked out, I trained, I worked, I slept, I ate, I did it over again. God was not there. And I was going to church still, and it was a pride thing of me, like, oh, I'm going to be good, I'm going to be right, I'm going to be all right, you know, God knows my heart, you know, God knows my heart kind of thing. But I could tell the difference afterwards, because like you said, you have that few minutes of fame, and then it's over.
It's over. And
then the recoil of all that deprivation of not eating, restricting the diet, not drinking water so you can see your muscles. Peak week was atrocious for me. And then afterwards, nobody could tell, but for months and months, I was extremely depressed. Like I from the outside looking in, I'm a performer, so you couldn't see it. But
you're acting in real life.
I'm acting in real life, holding on by a thread. Like I could cry thinking about it, because there was points where I just didn't want to be here anymore. I couldn't, as a trainer, there's so much shame because I couldn't control what I was eating. My competition was in October, then it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's, all these things. You're just stuffing, I'm swollen, I feel huge. It's the biggest I've ever been. And I couldn't control myself.
Oh, wow.
And it's been a couple years since my first and only show, and a lot of it is due to almost, I don't want to say fear, but I want to make sure I'm whole before I jump into that again. Because if you're not whole spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that will eat you alive and spit you back out.
That's tough. Man, Britt gonna be a preacher. That's giving out the word. Let me ask you a real quick question. I mean, you said something, both of y'all said something, social media, you said the camera. We know, man, right now, the Instagram, the Facebooks, the TikToks, Snapchat, all these things, man, has been a big play, you know, just in our world, period, whether it's been negative or positive. How has social media been for you? Has it been more of a positive effect or a negative effect? And just what's your whole take on social media as dealing with what you do every day as a professional in, you know, your craft?
I think for me, more so, social media has been positive. Especially, I get a lot of messages from people who are either dealing with relationships because of the show and because of the podcast. Also, I get a lot of messages of people just wanting encouragement of what to do after they are done playing sports. And then I get a lot of messages from people who are trying to figure out what the next move is from college to play sports.
Right.
So I think my IG is pretty popping when it comes to, if I'm bored, I can never really be bored because I'm always getting some messages about something.
Right.
So I've never really had a bad time on social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook. For the most part, it's pretty positive.
You still got a MySpace?
Probably. I just might not know that password. I might know the password.
You still know the password?
You know the password.
Oh, you better check that. You might got some DMs in there.
I don't think nobody use that no more, though.
That's what's up, man. So what about you? I mean, you know, how's social media been for you, you know, dealing with, like I said, with all the stuff that we deal with, you know, in our field. So what's been the biggest thing with you?
For me, the biggest thing is, you know, comparison, you know. And I know that everybody's walk is different. Everybody has what they're going through, and people present the best of themselves on social media. But so a lot of times, you know, they are presenting is not always the case.
Right.
However, for me, it can be motivating, but also I have to catch myself when I start to see myself comparing myself to other people, especially in fitness. Mm-hmm. Because as we know, Atlanta in fitness, I mean,
yeah.
It's Atlanta in fitness.
It's a walk of life, yeah.
It's a walk of life. When you think of Atlanta, you think of entertainment, you think of fitness. right? So, and being surrounded by so many people, it's an honor. It's an honor, but right now, I know that I'm building, so I know I'm not where I want to be, and I know that, it's going to take time to get there. So a lot of times my impatience will get in the way, or I'll start to be like, dang, I post something, I got like 10 likes, and then, this person, they go live and the whole world is watching.
Yeah.
But, and what helps me though is knowing that, progress, the slow and steady route is a lot of times the consistent route. A lot of times it's the route that lasts.
Right.
So, and knowing what I'm here for, right? I know what it is I'm here for. I know that what I'm doing is tied into ministry. I know what I'm doing is tied into fitness, and finding what that avenue is for me. And I love that I found, people, like Teen Weight No More, like FDL, that believe in and love God as much as I do, to help keep that focus and to keep that encouragement around me in this particular field. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I will say this. I was talking about this last week. For those of you, man, that have a heavy presence on social media, and I say heavy presence that has a heavy impact on social media, man, use your platform to influence a lot of people. I mean, you don't know how many people that are looking at you guys. I mean, a lot of times when I look at fitness, look at sports, I say it all the time, man. I wish we'd have had social media when we was playing basketball, junior high and high school, And like I said, such a big impact that a lot of people out there, man, could really, really, really impact people's lives in a very positive way. I mean, your platform right now, you're given a chance to actually really, really help people. Like we mentioned, we got so many good groups, FDL, I myself, you got, the Weight No More team, you got Epic, you got so many Epic Fit, you got the Love, you got so many impactful organizations and people. We need to take, a whole big stand in everything that we do, man. Be very mindful and watchful what we say, what we do, and how we handle our own social media. That's one of the biggest things I try to tell people. If I'm going to put something out there, we joke and have fun. We had a great weekend this weekend with the Weight No More basketball game. Y'all know FDL won. We'll talk about that. Follow me on the FDL win page.
But y'all didn't play. Y'all didn't play Epi though.
You know what I said, Lex? I got a new page, FDL win page.
But y'all didn't play Epi.
But
Y'all played Momentum.
Okay, and shout out to Momentum. Good. Yeah, shout out. Good game. They did really good. But nevertheless, what I'm trying to say about everything, Lex tripping right now. But, use this platform, man, to really, really, really influence, people. Even with people, man, that follow my page and things like that, if I can be at any type of, advice or any type of service here, it's not always about fitness and things like that. I tell people anytime, pull up at the gym. If we just can get a workout just to have a conversation to motivate. Yeah. And listen, if you're looking for me to motivate you, just know that it's in return, because I'm sure in some type of way that through that conversation, through that workout, through any type of way crossing, you guys are going to motivate me. That's why I'm sitting here right now, because this is motivation to actually, be among some of what I consider really, really great people. A question to answer today was, when you're doing this fitness show, you're going to have all the trainers and this. No, this is a different fitness show. My shows deal with people of everyday life, handling everyday business, successful people, and they still maintain a healthy lifestyle or doing the best they can to be healthy. So that's why we really pull the show, together like this. Big Lex, I got a cool question. When your diet bad, you ain't running, you ain't jogging, she ain't doing nothing real, what's your go-to exercise? What's your go-to exercise? Like, what's the one you walk in the gym like, this the one finna drop 20 for the big legs? What's up?
In the gym?
Wherever they're in the gym, the living room, jumping off the balcony, what's your go-to exercise?
Wait, let me.
Oh no!
Wait,
what's the number one exercise? Everybody got one exercise they can pull out the hat. Like, this the one I know finna get me right. I'm gonna be really messing with this exercise all the time.
Probably squats.
Squats. How many legs? About 5.
I don't know. They call me Lex Luger when I do squats.
Oh, okay. Drop it like a hot Lex on the squats. Okay.
Squat.
So squats your go-to thing, kind of get you back motivated and pumping everything?
Squat. First thing, typically I just go to the treadmill just to feel like I'm doing something at first and take me a minute to get into it.
Then you go hard.
Then I just go to the squat.
I love it. I love it. All right, Britt, what's the number one?
So for me, it's a machine. It's the landmine machine.
What's
the
that?
one, it's one at FDL.
No, I know
in the
what it is. You
corner.
gotta tell people
Oh,
what it
I'm about
is.
to say, you know what that is. No, it's the one with the barbell that's anchored in the corner, and you use it as leverage. You can do squats with it. You can do presses with it. You can do rows with it. You can do anything with it. That is my absolute.
Well, let's say that
favorite
machine
piece
don't
of
exist. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was
the
good.
machine don't exist? Give me some.
Okay, so if that machine doesn't exist, it would be. All right, don't judge me, all right? Because I know it's full body. The trainer in me is like, okay, what can I do to get full body in just one move? It's a burpee with a low row.
A burpee with a low row.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know about the low row. I don't know
Because
about
it
that
gets
burpee.
back, the push-up gets the chest, the plank gets the core. It's full body engagement. You
See,
get
y'all,
the
she
squat.
She a real trainer.
You
She a real
thinking full
trainer.
body? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
she a
trying
real
to work
trainer.
out. And went home and said I worked out for today.
All right, so yesterday, man, we did this little thing, just sending some stuff on IG, a couple friends. So one of the questions, and we picked a couple questions. So the question of the day is real easy. Lex, you right now, you getting ready to leave, you getting ready to do, let's say you don't wait no more. By the way, on the 19th of this month, Wait No More is going to be in Birmingham, Alabama with the 5K. So make sure y'all be there. That's going to be a great thing. But I got a question. I got a question for that, though, right now, though. This one, they hit him right now, Britt. I got him. So Lex on the way to Birmingham right now. She got to get there 6 in the morning. And she ain't had her first meal. Ain't no healthy food places. All you got is a barbecue place, a racetrack. You got a barbecue place, a racetrack, and a juice bar across the street. Put your meal together right now. What you gotta take something from all three places to put a healthy meal together.
Listen, I'm just going to racetrack anyway. And
No,
I'm
you gotta
going
go.
to the sandwiches. And then I'm going to get the fruit in the little sandwich area. It's all at the racetrack.
Now you gotta
And get
pull
your
up
bottle of
once a
water.
week. No, so what you gonna get from the barbecue place?
What else they serve? What they serve at
Man,
the
you-
barbecue
Lex,
spot?
you eat barbecue. We
I
just
don't,
at the barbecue place, me and you.
I don't know what you talking about. What you talking about? Oh, the barbecue spot. I'm just going to take the collard greens from there.
Okay.
That's halfway decent. And what's the last
The
one?
juice bar. What you gonna
I'm
do?
going to take some juice.
Okay. What's your go-to healthy juice?
I like mango with anything with spinach and pineapple in it.
Okay, sounds
With
good.
a little bit of peanut butter.
Dang, in the juice?
Yeah. You got to spin it and mix it.
I can't do it. But so yeah, same thing with you. You got Quick
All right.
Trip, barbecue place, and the juice bar.
Quick Trip, barbecue place, juice bar.
I'm really only going to Quick Trip.
All right, so I'm going to get the chicken from the barbecue place. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to get some. All right. So you said racetrack. I love racetrack. All right. All right. I actually love racetrack, and I know that certain racetracks
You be
they
eating
have
hot
little
dogs?
tacos. No, they have little tacos in the morning.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna get the egg from the taco. Right. That's gonna be my egg. Okay. And
You ain't doing that in real life, bro.
I would.
You gonna take the egg out the taco?
Yeah.
I'm eating the taco.
See,
The
y'all.
taco good. Now the taco's good.
See,
But
that's
if you
what
said
you-
I had to take it from everywhere, that's what I'm gonna do. And then
That's
I'm
my
gonna
player,
get
y'all trainer.
I'm
Two different
gonna
point
get a
of view.
piece of fruit from the thing, and then of course juice from the juice bar.
What kind of juice? What's your go-to juice?
All right. So from the juice bar, if we're talking about blended pour,
Nah, we just want something quick. We gotta get back
man,
on the
come
bus.
on. All right. So I'm gonna probably just do some orange juice all day.
Okay, some oranges. Okay, cool. I
You gotta
see
take
that.
your ginger shot too.
Yeah, it's a juice bar, so they have ginger shots. Come on.
Yeah.
Cool. So question real quick. All this new wave training, everybody getting IVs, B12 shots, and all of the insulin. They just be doing all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like old school stuff. And don't get it twisted. The science is changing all the time. Fitness is changing, and it's actually elevating to actually be a better situation for all of us. If there was none of that right now, right? And we had to just go back to the old fitness, the old type of eating, energy and everything like that, right? What would one of those days be for you like that?
You ask her first. I like it.
Say that one more time, please.
So let's take away all the IV, all the B12 shots. Let's take away all of that. Let's take away all of this new wave, just everything just so new with,
Okay.
with training and fitness and the way of eating and things like that.
Okay.
Do you still think that you could still maintain a healthy and good physical lifestyle without all of this new wave stuff?
Absolutely. I mean, we survived with it before. so we can do it again. So it really just...
Not we, y'all young. We survived. It's old people. Not y'all young
Come
people.
on, man. I survived it too.
Okay.
No, but absolutely, because what it just really boils down to is knowledge, right? Knowing those healthier choices even when you're on the go, knowing what fruits and veggies also just work best for you and your body, what types of protein should you gear towards depending on what your goal is. Should you stay away from what should you stay away from? Should you stay away from the red meats? It regardless what it is,
so
it's the knowledge and
right.
making sure whatever you're eating is not necessarily full of calories just to have calories, but more of what is nutrient dense, what has the nutritional value that's going to be able to sustain you.
That's what's up. So I'm going to do it like this. We're going to end it real cool, man. This has been like really, really dope show. Y'all know what it is, FDL, man. Shout out to Reach Radio, to my boy Reach Sweeney, man. Love what we doing over here. This name of the show was Women in Fitness. Reason being, man, because like I told you, I got two amazing women up here today, man, and they kind of give you two different point of views from their, one, the professional basketball player who now has her own show. One is works at a university, is also on tour, also as a professional trainer. Lex, I'm gonna start with you. Do me a favor, real quick, for every young woman. I mean, they can from 12 to 92. You're inspiring so many people, and I know the young generation because when I look at basketball and the WNBA and the women's basketball, and all of a sudden the lean on program the NBA has now for women. What would you say to young women that are following and looking up to you, just to give them a push, a word of motivation, and then also tell them how they can reach you, tell them how they can touch, get in touch with you with your show, because I'm sure after the day, it's going to be a lot of people, you already got a lot of people getting at you. We just want to just pour into it to make sure you just constantly continue to change people's lives, especially the young women of today. So just, talk to them, straight up and give them something, and just all about Lex and how to reach you.
Mm-hmm. I would say if you're in sports as a female, and I think I particularly point to the underdogs. I've always been an underdog from high school till college, till going overseas. And just to kind of tell you a little bit about me, I went to McEachern High School, top tier when it comes to basketball, started. Once I got to college, you start to see some of your friends, a lot of them weren't going to college. I'm small, I'm a lot smaller, so I went Division I, Gardner-Webb, transferred to Albany State University because Gardner-Webb just wasn't a good fit, and I went D2, so I didn't have to sit out. But I will say, when I went to college, and even going to college, just being real, like, I didn't get that help to find a school.
Right.
Most of the things that I was doing to get to college was sending tapes on my own. I would get every game film, make a highlight tape, and I was sending them like I was the agent. The program that they have now, it was a good program then, but now I feel like because of social media and everything, it's pushed more. But I think from that point of view, I had taught myself, like, I got to sell myself. So got played college basketball. Now I wanted to play professional. Nobody knows what to do to go professional. We're at a Division II school. We're not getting pointed in that direction. Right. So I was reaching out, whatever. Ended up going to Savannah to play semi-pro. Did really well there. And I'm a people's person, so I connect with everybody. What I was always doing was staying in touch with people, too. So I got a phone call to, hey, where you at? I said, I'm coming from Savannah, coming up home, coming to Atlanta. Pull up to Georgia Tech. Oh, okay. Bring your basketball shoes. Pull up to Georgia Tech, brought my basketball shoes, walked in. The Atlanta Dream was practicing. So the coach yelled, hurry up, put on your stuff, sign the waiver. Signed the waiver. I probably had one of the best practices in my life. I'm thinking I'm about to be on it, After practice, coach walked up to me and said, hey, look, we're in the playoffs. We would like for you to finish out on the practice team. I think the guys that were on the practice team, because their practice team are only guys, they went home for the summer. So, yeah, they had guys, but they didn't have enough guys. So I came in, which made 5 people. Yeah. And then once she knew that I knew people, I was bringing my guys to the practices. But she said, we'll give you free gear, whatever you need from us to vouch, whatever you're trying to do. She put Atlanta Dream on my resume, and people called to vouch if I was on the Atlanta Dream. So that is actually how I got overseas. The agent was looking for a guard in Romania. Once they verified, called about me, is she on the practice team? Is she really boom, boom, boom? Yes, just pretty good. That's how I got my job. So I will say, even after I got overseas, it was still hard because now I'm dealing with players who are typically only playing because they're European. You know, you get a certain amount of Americans on the team. We have 4 Americans on the team. So now I'm competing with not only their people, but it's like you're competing with, I mean, we're only 4. Mm-hmm. You don't do your job, they're firing you, they're bringing in the next American.
Right.
So I had to learn how to balance between not only competing for a position, but just to keep my job. But one thing I know about Lex, I've never been a big scorer, but I'm always the one that's going to knock down that 3 and push harder on defense. I had to think different, just like I did in college. I'm known for defense. Every job I got, probably from the first job I had, was all signed because I played great defense. I was averaging 45 steals in Europe, and that's tough. Yeah. You know, so anybody that's trying to play professional and, you know, you feel like you need help, you can contact me. I'm on Instagram, Alexia Adams 24. You can hit up my Facebook, Alexia Adams. While I was playing, like I said, I like to make money, right?
All right.
I placed 34 girls and guys in Europe and Latin America because I was building connections with not only the players, but with the people that was behind the scenes. Wow. So I was placing people and playing. Wow. So once I started really getting my jobs, I was making package deals. Oh, you want me? Oh, I got you a big and I got you a wing. Take all 3 of us for this amount or this price or whatever. It's all about negotiating. You got to negotiate, and that's when I learned that I was good in sales because I was selling myself. But like I said, if you're trying to get somewhere, contact me. You can find my detox juice, Alexia Adams, Drink to Shrink on Instagram, or go to my page, Alexia Adams 24. It's in my bio. Also with the podcast Reality Table, me and my business partner, my co-partner Robert Russian. You can go on YouTube, look that up, The Reality Table, or Instagram, The Reality Table. What else I got? Wait No More, Stone Mountain Sundays, 9 a.m. Stone Mountain by the bathrooms. Meet us there any Sunday. This Sunday.
By the bathroom?
Yeah, by the bathroom. So if you need help or you want to just, you know, if you're looking for a trainer, you know, I don't know if you can cuss, but forget that. But if you're looking for a trainer, contact us, Wait No More, DM them, and they'll put you in touch with the person you need to be in. Because the thing about us, we're not necessarily a gym. We partner with everybody who's over 50-something trainers, you know, so wherever you are, we can obviously put you in the right place to get with the right people. So
that's what's up. Yeah. I love that. So coming from your standpoint, you know what I'm saying, everything that you're doing and stuff like that, you got to remember, there's a lot of females right now, spiritual, you know, they got a walk with God. Then I can honestly tell you, there's some females right now, high school, college, that want to walk with God, but yet still want to be cool, still want to work out. They don't know how to put this together, and you're doing such a great job. So tell people how they can reach you for that, and just what word of encouragement that, you know, you would give to them right now.
Yeah, so the thing that is actually really funny that you asked that question, because earlier this morning, you know, Lord, what you want me to say, Lord, you know, I talk to God. I talk to God regularly.
Absolutely.
And so the thing that came to my mind, and this is for anybody that, you know, wants to grow in God, but they're not sure, you know, what that's going to look like. You know, if they feel like you might feel like you're looking for something else, but or something different, or just wanting to grow and develop. For one, shameless plug, always come to Encounter Atlanta. Again, it's my favorite place in the world. We do have service on Sundays, so one thing why y'all don't ever see me is because I'm always at church on Sundays. So it's at 11 o'clock. So I usually, because I'm a part, you know, just of a lot of in-depth things with the church, I'm usually there earlier. So that's why y'all never see me, you know. But I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, but what I will say is there is authority in your authenticity, in who you are and who you believe God is calling you to be, and what you believe you're here for. And so that comes with knowing who you are. And a part of why I can stand so strong is because I know what my foundation is, whose I am, where I'm going, and that's why I can be authentically be Wash. People call me that, by the way. I don't know if y'all. Anyway, authentically be Wash, and be okay with it. Right. You know, be okay with setting those boundaries, knowing what your absolutes are, and if people don't accept it, then they're not for you.
Right.
And then, but you're going to find that community, you're going to find that tribe, you're going to find those people that understand who you are, where you're going, and believe it for you even when sometimes you're not strong enough to believe it yourself.
Okay, cool. Here you go. Big Lex questions before we get out this door. Can an in-shape woman date an out-of-shape man, Britt?
Ooh, I would not recommend it. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you can. However,
would you?
I would not. I would not. And I say this because what it boils down to are your core values. What can you agree with? Or do you know if, let's say, you start to date and then, because you just, I want to always do what I can to serve, to be there, whatever it is for whoever it is, my mate is. Will that deter you from what it is your destiny and your purpose is?
No, I'm listening. I got another follow-up question.
Yes, and so I mean, potentially you can, but it really just, can that person help make your life better? Can that person help take you to the next level? Can they understand, what your goals and what your priorities are, and can you compromise with that?
Now hold on. Now this is a tape from the Big Lex show right here.
Stealing.
Yeah,
3%.
Right here in front of you. So, what if that man needs motivation? Lex,
what about it?
Can you help an out of shape, non-workout, physical man who's all into you reach his goal and still be in a healthy relationship with him? Just be with him, He don't work out. He don't go to the gym. One of your questions. I just want to put you back, reiterate on what you was talking about.
Could I date someone that's not trying to get in shape? No.
That's good.
That's a better answer for you, because it's not necessarily, I don't really care what you look like.
What if you don't know how?
Hold on, I ain't even finished. I ain't gotta be. Now I gotta be somewhat attracted to you, but I've dated people who are out of shape, so the muscles don't do it for me. But I'm just saying, I'm just making a point. If he's trying to get in shape, if he used to be in shape and is out of shape, because we've all been there at some point.
Absolutely.
And as long as he's trying, I can rock with you.
That's what's up.
But if you ain't gonna try
that's it. If you're not gonna try, if you just say no, I'm good where I'm at. I don't want to feel better, because really what it boils down to, it's not about being in shape. It's about feeling better.
Now in church ain't number big women, big men.
That ain't true.
Well, I will say we are heavily populated with overweight and obese people, and that's actually one thing I really love. For one, about my friendships.
Like fried chicken.
No, all right, you're running out a little bit. But one thing I will say, it's important if that is your value, you also have to find, a house that believes in that. Like, my pastor is all about working out. My pastor is all about talking about healthy living. How are you as a person, not just spiritually, but what is your connection? Are you a good person? Are you messy at home? What does your life look like from the outside looking in? If people held a microscope up to your house, are you in order? What would they see? And so that's one thing that my pastor always pushes, and that I will push to this day. And it's what I believe. So what it boils down to, what are those core values? And is that destiny partner that God set for you, is that going to be your destiny partner to help push each other to the next level?
No.
You said all first ladies like fried chicken.
Yeah, you ran out.
I grew up in it.
You ran out.
My
That's
mom
not
was
true.
First lady. I grew up in the old school church. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being for real.
That's not true.
No, okay, that's cool. Oh, yeah, okay. And that's another topic. So, man, y'all know our time is out right now, man. Y'all know what time it is. Once again, man, you got Big Lex, man. Like I said, you can reach her on all forms of social media. Britt, Grit, same way, man. I've just really, really been blessed. Like I said, y'all know me, it's always God first. So I definitely want to thank God, man, for this day and all days going forward and all days in the past. FDL, man, like I said, we small gym, but we just willing to help, and we really want to push everybody. You can find us right now on the This Is Fitness tour. That's where you really can find Britt Grit, man, really doing her thing. You can find Big Lex, man, like one of the dopest talk shows around.
On the mountain every Sunday.
On the mountain every Sunday. Once again, we got an Ebony Fit weekend. You'll find Britt Grit this Saturday. Also, Thursday night, tomorrow night, it's actually in my gym. Don't forget about, man, August the 19th. Wait No More is in Birmingham, man. Make sure y'all get out there. You know, like I said, if you ain't going to run, walk, if you ain't going to walk, crawl, if you ain't going to crawl, just stand there. You know what I'm saying? Just be a part of the movement, you know? So that's what we really pushing, man. This fitness generation and this fitness world that we in right now, we got to be the light, you know? And when I say be the light, that's just like talk about it, be about it. So it ain't here in Atlanta right now. You can catch us everywhere, man. We just really trying to pour into it. I am blessed to have 2 amazing women with me today, man. I've learned a lot. I know you guys learned a lot. So keep following these women and seeing what's progressing in their life, and keep reaching out. Let them pour into you, man. And, you know, like I said, just get better in what we're doing. Love you once again. Shout out to Reach Radio, 1 o'clock every Wednesday. Let's Talk Fitness with FDL. We gone. Holla.
All right.